everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back in Dan's garage today and we are going to carry on with this rebuild on the Delorean. He's already cleaned up the rest of the block while I've been away and he's got the starter motor fitted. So now we've got to get all the other bits off the old engine I should say, and get them put onto this one. So I think we better crack on. Let's get started. Right, that's the old engine there, and with virtually everything stripped off of it now. As you can see, it's pretty bare. We've got the alternator left to take off, the dizzy left to take off, and that's about it, isn't it?
About it.
That's about it. So we've got
a few bits down there.
That's the inlet and all the fuel lines, HT leads, dizzy cap, everything else. And now over here we've got the Y pipe which goes in the valley, which is connected to the water pump, and obviously all the hoses and thermostat. Wiring is there. There's not too much to go back on really, is there?
Right, that's the lot.
So that's the lot. So
exhaust as well.
Oh, the exhaust. So let's crack on. Okay, you can see there Dan's got the starter motor back on, and he's also tightened up the engine mounts, which are these bolts here with the earth strap on this side, and he's also made sure that the gearbox bolts which bolt the gearbox to the engine are tight. So the next job is, I would say, probably to get the Y pipe on the middle and the water pump. And we've also got, what were those things you said we've got to do there?
The coolant drain plugs in the block.
We've got to tighten up the coolant drain plugs in the block as well before we put the alternator on, because you can't get to that very easily once it's on there, which these are under here. Is that the square-headed bolt above the oil filter there? So we've got to make sure they're tight before we put the alternator on, because otherwise it's going to be a pain. Okay, you can see we've got the alternator on there now with the adjuster bracket. We've also got this gold unit under here, which is the oil pressure sensor. Oil filters on. We've taken those two plugs that I showed you in the previous clip off and resealed them, which is those little plugs there. They've got all the threads cleaned out, new copper washers, so they are all good to go. Next thing will be the Y pipe, which sits on these two ports here, and that is joined to the water pump, which obviously bolts on the front of the engine here. So we'll get that on next. So we've got the dizzy out of the old engine now. We've replaced this O-ring seal on there to obviously make sure that seals when it goes back into the new engine, and we've kept the orientation the same. Both engines have been set to top dead centre, so we know that it's in exactly the same place when we swap it over. You can see from that bit of time lapse, we've got the water pump on, the Y pipe on, all the cooling pipes at the back here, including the heater valve, are all on. The sensor for the oil temperature is in there. I think that's about all we've done on there so far. So we are making progress, getting there. Let's carry on. That was easy. Distributor straight in there. Now we're onto wiring, and then inlet
manifold,
and then injectors, and then make it all go kaboom, hopefully, but in a good way. Okay, we've now got the inlet manifold on. The what's that? Not CPR.
Idle speed motor.
Idle speed motor. We've got the leads on. All the connections at the back are all done up. And we just took this rocker cover back off now because Dan's going to set the tappets. So we're going to do the tappets on this side, put that cover on, do the tappets on the other side. Then we can start finishing off all the bits that are above the rocker covers, and otherwise we're going to block ourselves off from being able to get to them. After we've done that, exhaust going on, and then possibly could be going for a first start. So fingers crossed. Rightio, you would have seen from that last bit of time lapse, Dan doing the tappets on the drive, or what is the passenger side on this car. I've done he's done the same on the driver's side. We've also now connected all the fuel lines up, all the vac lines up, the CPR valve. We've put the belt on the front of the alternator. We've done all the wiring on the alternator and the starter motor. Basically everything is on there, barring the exhaust, the aircon compressor which goes there, which we obviously don't need at the moment, and we've not got any coolant in it, but just for our own satisfaction we want to start it. So we're going to set you up on a tripod and we'll give it a run, we'll give it a start and see if it will start up. It's going to be loud because obviously there's no exhaust on it, but we just want to hear it run and see if it works all right. So I'll get you set up and we'll have a go.
Sure that throttle is getting on that throttle.
Yeah, fine. Right, this is the moment of truth. Let's see if it runs, and bear in mind we have not got any exhaust on this and not got any coolant in the moment, so we're not going to let it run forever. Really? But we have got oil. Yep. Oh yes! First turn! Oh yeah! Yes, lovely. That can't be bad for a first go, can it?
You what?
I call that a win. Hell yeah. So that can't be bad, can it? Can't see you. Hang on. There's Dan being happy. Yeah, one of them, yeah. Right, maybe we should put the exhaust on now then, and then we can maybe run it a bit longer. Yeah, right. Let's carry on. Rightio. It is a couple of weeks later. How many weeks later? 3 weeks later? Something like that. And Dan has been busy getting the manifolds on, so that's that side on. And I'll get the light and show you this side, so you can see that they're both on. That one you can't see as much because it's got the starter motor and all filter and everything else in the way, but that is on. So next job is to get the link pipes on, then we can get the silencer on, then we can get the rear fascia on, and then we can put coolant in and start it and see what it sounds like with an exhaust on. Lovely jubbly. Right then, Yep. This is going to be the first start, or second start I should say, but first start with the exhaust and coolant in and all the other bits connected that we've faffed about doing over the last couple of hours, or Dan has rather. Go for it, Dan. Warm up a bit. A bit out maybe? I think the timing may be slightly out, but for a first start with the exhaust on, that's not bad, is it? Coolant's still there at the moment. That hasn't opened up yet, is it? Yeah, okay. Dan's going to go and get his timing gun and see what we're running at. But considering how much we've had apart, and that's a completely unknown engine, we hoped it was going to be good, and it looks like it is, thank God. Look at that. Right, we'll get you set up on a tripod and we'll do the timing on it and see if we can get it running a little bit better on tick over. So we're just checking the timing on there. Should be around about, well, according to the sticker underneath the bonnet up there, 13 degrees, but we usually run it, I think, a little bit. Is that advanced or retarded, isn't it, I suppose? Advanced, yeah. So it's running at about 12 at the moment, which is probably not too bad. It is running better. We've stopped to start it a couple of times. It's running a bit better. It smells like it's running a bit rich to me. You what? Clean it off a little bit. Yeah. So we're going to keep filling about and until we get it running how we want it. Okay, we're just going to check the CO on the Delorean just to make sure that it's not running too rich or too lean. I know these gas testers aren't the most accurate thing in the world, but we've had this sitting out here now for about 5 to 10 minutes, and we're just going to set it to 0 because it's now detected the CO in the air outside as such.
Actually, you're supposed to set it to 2.
Oh, you set it to 2?
Calibrate's 2%.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which is what
you can see that
it's on.
See that on there? Oh, that's thunder.
To be quick, I think.
Yeah. So 2%, and then we start the car up, stick it up the exhaust and see what we get. Hopefully before this thunderstorm starts. Yeah, otherwise we're going back in the garage, yeah. Punching sight, isn't it? They put out the exhaust pipe, see what it reads. Should it be?
2%.
Should what? The car should be 2%.
Yeah. It's running too rich.
I said you was running rich, didn't I? It's currently running at 5. Look, it's well rich. So we'll give it a second, just make sure. 5.5. That's stabled out, isn't it? And it's starting to rain. Coming down again. We may have to move this in the garage.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Well, leave it a second, see if it comes down a bit more then. It's already wet now, isn't it? Oh, that's it. That's a video, eh? Yeah. garage because we are getting wet. Okay, we're in the garage and we've got the gauge set up again, and it's evened out at 3.5%, so which is slightly rich, should be about 2. So we're gonna got a small hole here which you take the grub screw out of on the Volvo version, and you put an Allen key in there and you can adjust the mixture either way. Put your finger back over it and then you watch the gauge to see what happens. Let's come down. It's come down to 2.4 at the moment. 2.5. Going back up again, so that's because you had your finger not on the hole, wasn't it?
Takes a while for it to get through the system.
Yeah. That's gone higher.
That's going rich then.
What did you do, clockwise or anti?
Clock, so it's anti then.
So anti-clockwise.
Back to the way it was to start with.
Yeah. Anti-clockwise is leaner. Sorry, get my words out. Put it down now, 3 point. We're going to keep fiddling with this until we get it how we want it, and then jobs are good, and then we can get the rear fascia on. And that is how you do that. Fascia is now on. We're just going to do a light check. Go on in, Dan. That's reverse, yep. Yep. Side lights, yep. Indicators, hazard lights, yep. 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 Brake light. All 4. Top banana, full set. Let's just make a look at the number plate lights. Yep, they're alright.
Side markers, I can see this one.
Side markers is on, that one's on. That one's on, yep. Full set. Top banana.
No, it isn't working, right?
What's not working?
The headlights.
The headlights? Oh. We hadn't touched that bit. Right. That is all back together. We have got no bits left on the floor. And we are very happy people. As that runs a treat now with that engine in. Really, really chuffed with that. Lovely. Okay, that's a wrap. Delorean's all back together. Rear fascia's on, lights are in and working. All the coolant's bled through, lovely. It's all running nice, we've tuned it. Emissions are good. So we are good to go. We've got a little miniature meet in a couple of weeks, which Dan's hopefully going to bring the car to. and that'll be its maiden voyage, well, unless you get a chance to do it in the meantime. It'll be its maiden voyage as far as going anywhere away from the driveway. So, if you want to join us on more automotive adventures, I'm going to say, like this one, then be sure to like and subscribe and hit that thumbs up, that'd be great. And I'll see you all again soon. Cheers guys.